Did you know that 67% of home buyers interview just one real estate agent before buying a home? I'm not saying that that's the wrong thing to do, but I think you need to be prepared and be able to know the right questions to ask to make sure that the real estate agent you're hiring is the right one for you. My name's Miles Pitcher. I'm the owner of Superior Lending. I've been in the business for 22 years now. And as a loan officer, over those years, I have seen a lot of real estate agents, and I've seen some really good ones, and I've seen some that are not so good. So before I get to the questions that you need to ask today, I want to give you a few pointers and tips along the way here. The first one is probably one of the most important things to remember is that as you are putting this team together to help you buy a home, it's one of the most important things you do. Having the right team members will make the difference between a stressful transaction to a smooth and flawless closing on time or early transaction. The real estate agent, the loan officer are all key roles in this. Think of it this way. You want like Michael Jordan to be your real estate agent, right? Or the equivalent of that. Do you realize that in the real estate world, or with real estate agents, you can have the Michael Jordan realtor for the same price that the worst realtor costs you? That's right, because when you're a home buyer, you don't actually pay the commission to your buyer's agent. The seller of the home you buy actually pays them. So they don't cost you anything. So don't try to do this alone. Make sure that you get Michael Jordan working for you. It's kind of like you're able to get Michael Jordan on his rookie contract, which is amazing. Okay. Have the very best team working for you. So many times I see people who have a brother-in-law or a sister or someone who is just barely getting their license, has no experience, and they feel obligated to use them. That scares me to death. Interview a few agents, and here's the questions that you need to ask them so that you know you're getting a rock star agent. So before I hit number one, I do want to mention that if you're looking at buying new construction, it is still super critical that you have a realtor working with you. Don't walk into that model home, the sales office, without having a realtor representing you. You still need to do that. Okay, question number one. Are you full-time or are you part-time? Full-time agents are more likely to be available and responsive to your needs. They are in the business. They know the trends that are happening. I watched a realtor last year totally get a steal of a deal on a home for their client because the seller's agent wasn't up to date on what the trends were in the market and how things had shifted. So totally worked in the favor for our client. Number two question, and this one you can ask very specifically. How many buyer sites transactions have you had in the last 6 months? How many seller sites transactions have you had in the last 6 months? An experienced agent, a solid agent is going to know their numbers and they're going to be able to tell you exactly what they're doing. It's interesting that right now in the state of Utah, as of June 2023, 60% of the licensed realtors have not closed a single transaction so far this year. That shows you how many part-time or not in the business realtors there are. There's a lot of people who just get their licenses because they can, and it's really not that hard. You want to be working with a professional. So ask that number specifically. Okay, next question, number three. How do you handle negotiations and how would you represent my interests? This is really, really important to know how they're going to negotiate or work for you. Many times you're going to find an agent who is just hungry for a commission and they may put that commission above your interests. I'm not saying it happens often, but what I love sometimes is seeing when a realtor does the right thing for the client, even if it means that they're making a little bit less on their commission. I also have seen a strong negotiating realtor really make a huge difference, especially when we're in time frames or times where there's multiple bids on properties, multiple offers. they are worth their weight in gold in those situations. All right. Question number 4. Do you have a team or do you work alone? It's really important for you to understand who you'll be communicating with through the process. I do like agents who have like a transaction coordinator, some assistants, maybe even somebody else who helps show homes. This shows their professionalism. It shows that they're organized. It shows they have a team, and it just adds to the smooth and flawless closing that needs to happen. Last question is really an open-ended question. And it really is going to allow this realtor to give you their best pitch on why they're best for you. And that is, why should I hire you? See what they have to say. See how you feel about working with these people. It is a super important part of your home buying process. If you would like this help, I'll make this offer to you. I have access to statistics on realtors nationwide. I can look up and see how many buyer sites, seller sites transactions have they done. So if you have someone you're thinking of using, I'm more than happy to look that up for you and shoot that info over to you. It's just good free info. Text me, email me, happy to help you with that. My name's Miles Pitcher. Thanks for watching this. Good luck in your process. Let me know if we can help with anything.